Hi, I'm Anika. Today I will just be discussing some basic Pilates tips that I really see people struggling with or not fully understanding, and I really think if you work these things into your basic practice, you really can make a big difference and you don't have to exercise as hard to get the same results. So with Pilates, there's a few things that we want to look at. We really want core stability throughout our workouts, but with core stability, you also get a lot of neck stability. So one of the big things I see in my practice that people struggle with or that they compensate with is if the core is not strong enough, they automatically compensate with a double chin. So the first thing I want you to focus on in your practice is we're going to have, and I say this a lot in my videos, you're going to have a light double chin. This doesn't mean that you're over activating your deep neck flexors. It also doesn't mean that you're kind of pulling back. You gently want to feel like someone's literally pulling you up with a string, and you want to slowly elongate through your spine. So from a neutral position, where most people are, we want to just sit upright, pull the shoulder blades back nicely, small amount, and then you want to gently activate your deep neck flexors and lightly pull back your neck. So most people are here, and you just want to come up here. This is something nice that you can make a video of yourself with. You can do it in the mirror, so you can just see this gentle motion. So with Pilates, if our core muscles are not strong enough, we generally tend to overcompensate with neck extension to drive up the movement. This will cause a lot of neck pain. So this is a good cue that you might not be doing the exercise correctly and that you should rather compensate, or not compensate, fix it with a light double chin. Okay, from here, the second thing that I find is something people struggle with. So because we correct our neck and we pull our shoulder blades back, what a lot of people do is they overarch their back. So what I'm doing right now is I'm putting most of my weight in my lower back, which is why a lot of people in general struggle with lower back pain, because now I'm flaring my rib cage. So what we're going to be doing, I'm going to go down onto the mat, lying onto my back, and then I'm just going to show you. So what a flared rib cage is I'm literally arching up here and my ribs are here. So I shouldn't be able to really dig my hands into my rib cage, but I find with a lot of my patients I can get my hands into their rib cage. So you want to just get a gentle neutral spine by activating your core. We'll talk about this now. And then from here you just want to pull down your rib cage. So I'm going to release my rib cage. Now it's up there. I'm arching up, and I'm just gently pulling down my rib cage. I'm going to show you one more time. They're flaring, and gently pull them down. This is something you really want to practice, and in my videos I will also say quite often, core muscles on, rib cage pulled down. Then you get this nice activation. The next thing, we also really want your core to stabilize. This is your corset muscle, essentially. So you want to try, you can activate it by putting your hands right next to your hip bones or your hip bones, and then just gently say like a snake. You will feel a muscle activate here. So with this, you can try keep it. You're also imagining that you might pull these bones towards each other, or gently pushing your back into the floor, not over pushing, because then we're getting a posterior pelvic tilt. So you want to have a gentle activation into the floor and relax. Gentle isolation of this muscle, rib cage pull down, and then try to keep a deep breath. This is going to struggle because a lot of people are used to breathing forward. Try then put your hands next to your rib cage and just breathing into your hands and out. So it should really feel like you're pushing your hands away with your rib cage. Deep breath in and out. And if you pull your rib cage down, have your core nice and active. As you breathe out, you should feel that everything really gets much, much stronger in this area and pulls together. This is what your body really wants, to keep your spine nice and stable and nice and strong. And then the last thing, I think Pilates that's really important, is we want to start getting segmental stability of the spine. So when we do something like the roll up, we want to take a nice deep breath in, and then we want to come up gently, double chin lightly, one vertebra at a time. Come up nice and straight, elongate through the spine. Your hamstrings might be a little bit short, so this might not be as easy. And then when you go back down, we really want to do one vertebra at a time. One for one, for one, for one, for one, for one. If you can't go this slowly, rather do a smaller movement. So say I am doing the roll up, I would rather come back halfway to where most people's feet will start lifting up. That is when your core doesn't really have control of you anymore. And then you want to just come up nice and slowly, so that you learn this segmental control, this nice C curve that I get into my lower back, instead of using momentum to control your movements. And that is about the biggest things I really see people struggle with. I will be doing more of these talks just to talk you through what you should be focusing on how to get a better practice and a stronger body. Thank you so much.